That Horror Couple. I'm Kaylee.
I'm Rob.
And we just got finished watching Fear Street Prom Queen.
Yes.
And we are so excited to talk about it.
Hey, Kaylee.
Hey.
Why is there a knife at the prom?
I don't know. Why?
Because they wanted to have a killer time. But
Let's get into the review.
I got the dad jokes.
You sure do.
No kids.
Yeah.
Just the jokes.
Just the jokes. When the It girls competing for prom queen at Shadyside High start to disappear, a gutsy outsider discovers she's in for one hell of a prom night. Directed by Matt Palmer, starring India Fowler, Susanna Sun, and Fina Straza.
Okay, so prom night, Fear Street.
Yeah.
Netflix and chill. What do we like? What do we dig? Here are our likes.
I loved seeing two familiar faces that we noticed. We had Catherine Watterson, who was Daniels from Alien Covenant. Where is this goddamn thing? Was one of the mothers in the movie, which was so cool to see her.
Not just that, we got the lacrosse player from American Pie.
I think you need your balls reattached. Hey, keep it down, dude.
There was also a girl from The Strangers and a girl from Until Dawn.
Yeah. Clover from Until Dawn was one of our preppy in our popular girl group. So we just saw Until Dawn. So if you're wanting to check that out, check out our review. It's also on our main page. I can link it at the end of the video. But...
Yeah, so a lot of familiar faces. This cast is also very likable, and they do their job as far as like their characters. I mean, we got the typical high school cast with one girl's on a motorcycle with a New York Doll shirt. The next girl has like a Cramp shirt on, reading Fangoria magazine.
She also had a zombie poster in her room.
Yeah,
the movie Zombie.
That character.
Megan.
Yeah,
Megan was cool.
That girl Megan was so cool.
I liked her too.
You get your typical like jocks and all the stuff that like if you're into slasher tropes, you'll definitely like this. Like the stereotypical like setup for a slasher.
Yeah, they had a good cast.
They did this pretty well, and they did capture like the late 80s, especially with the soundtrack.
Yes, I love the soundtrack. That was a big like for me.
As far as the music goes, we got like 80s synth, we got Billy Idol, we got...
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
That was in there?
Yeah. Turn around and desert you.
We also got Judas Priest.
We did.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
When she went up to that guy on the porch, he was rocking some Judas Priest. I thought that was cool.
Yeah. We also got on the marquee. We got a little bit of Tall Man action. We got a little bit Phantasm 2.
They dropped that perfectly too, because Phantasm 2 came out in '88, so this is 1988, late 80s. Another like for me would be the way this like fit into the Fear Street series. This was like so 1988, just like the previous ones were so 1970. So 1994. I feel like this moves along very nicely, but like if you're a fan of Fear Street, this one will be right up your alley. Going back to how this film is watchable, right away, the narrator or main girl Lori, she says that like there's some curse on her family name. I just love that camera angle where she's holding a bloody like prom crown. That sets it up right away, and within like 10-15 minutes we get our first kill.
We do.
The kills in this movie were very practical effects. The look of the killer was very cool, very Alice, Sweet Alice, but like a red trench coat.
Very I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, that too. It's very like I don't know. It pays tribute to like all the classic slashers, similar to Clown in the Cornfield.
I think so too. Yeah, I thought this was super fun. I was super excited to have a movie we could watch at home. On like it's a perfect like summer slasher Friday night movie. I would say I really enjoyed it.
It felt like that type of film too, like the perfect kind of streaming horror.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what
like,
I mean?
like how we felt when the new Fear Streets dropped like a few years ago. Like they dropped like every Friday for like a few weeks in a row. That was so cool. I really loved that.
I did like how they went back to how the whole history of the Fear Street series.
Sarah Fear and how it ties into Shadyside.
I saw Sarah Fear written on the wall in the bathroom.
Sarah Fear lives. Yeah, that was so cool.
So there's kind of like winks to the whole series in this. And they opened up right away saying there's Shadyside and there's Sunnyside, and this is what happens in my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
So what's the basic story here? These girls are all competing for prom queen.
Yeah.
Is it 6 like preppy girls and bitchy girls?
It's 4 preppy girls. The one like weed dealing like outsider punk girl, and then we have our goody two shoes Lori, like not Laurie Strode.
Not supposed to go up there.
Yes, I am.
Lori Granger. She is our main character, and she actually...
Yeah, that's another thing, though. When they say Lori, we know you mean Strode.
We do,
we know when you're paying tribute.
And there was actually a big scene in this movie. I'm not going to go into it because it kind of, I guess it would be spoiler territory, but if you watched it, you would know. There's a scene that they took directly out of Halloween, and they kind of put it in this a little bit.
Oh,
it was pretty cool.
The closet.
It was pretty cool.
Did I just spill the beans?
That's all right.
Yeah, no. There was a twist.
Let me know if you guys see it.
There was a
Comment
twist
down below if you know what I'm talking about.
Another like would be, it wasn't so predictable to me who the killer was.
No, I was wrong.
We were guessing the whole time who the killer was. They set it up nice, and then they twisted it on us.
Yeah.
So for me, it wasn't so predictable.
No, it wasn't predictable because I leaned over to Rob at the beginning and I was like, I got it. I know who it is. And the two people I thought it was, I was like, okay, never mind.
Oh, yeah. They're like, you think we're going this way? We're going to go that way.
Yeah, they got me. They totally got me.
No, but I think it was by design. I do.
They did a really good job. I think there was enough story there to make it interesting. Maybe there were little parts here and there that got a little slow because if you're not too invested in like the high school drama aspect of it, which, you know, most of us are there, the slasher aspect of it. But I didn't think it was too much like slow parts though. They put a little bit sprinkled in here and there just so you could empathize a little more with Lori and Megan and all the other kids. But I thought they did a really good job like telling this story.
I agree. And as far as dislikes of this film, what do we not like so much? For me, they had a good twist at the end, but the motive I thought was kind of lame.
Yeah, that part was
I was like,
weird.
especially going back to Scream, it's straight out of the movie. They're like, do we need a motive? Does the motive matter?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when the motive is like weak, it's like, dude, really?
But that's why?
That's why. I thought the motive was kind of weak, but whatever. It didn't take away from the enjoyment of the film for me.
Yeah.
Also, like you touched on before, another dislike would probably be occasionally the high school drama did take me out of the like slasherness of it. I think they went overboard with like the bullying. Even though bullying does exist, I always feel like when films try to like, show bullying, they go overboard. And I'm like, oh, kind of like Halloween 5.
Yeah.
Boogeyman, boogeyman, Jenny's uncle's a boogeyman.
Kids are bad and they're terrible, but I don't know if they're that bad. I'm like,
I couldn't see a group of kids that age today like yelling at
Boogeyman! Jamie's uncle's a boogeyman! Jamie's an orphan.
Yeah, that was awful.
You're an orphan.
Yeah.
They did that for Lori in this movie too. They were like, something happened to your dad.
Yeah, the backstory is that her father like murdered a bunch of people 20 years before this, so.
Allegedly. So she's the weird girl in school, you know, kind of like Jamie Lee in like Halloween Ends. She was like the weirdo of the town.
Yeah, I liked in the other Fear Street movies how they had more of like the witch backstory and stuff. In this one, it's just a straight up slasher. They don't really mention anything. The only little wink we get is like the Camp Nightwing poster and then the Sarah Fear lives in the bathroom. Yeah. Other than that, unless there's something I missed, comment down below, let me know. But they didn't really tie that in with the other series, which I don't think it was supposed to be, maybe. Like, it just, the setting is the same, but I don't know. It would have been cool to see more of the witchy stuff, but maybe that's meant for the other movies.
I think this is like a totally another branch on the Fear Street tree.
That's true.
Like, there's different branches, but they all have the town in common, like horror anthologies are. It's kind of like that.
That's true. So. That's true. As far as final thoughts of the film, I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was super fun. I loved the kills, the cast, the music. Overall, I just really enjoyed it. It was a great Friday night slasher watch, so 7.5 out of 10 for me.
I thought it was a very fun slasher to back up what you're saying. It was very watchable. It was pretty well paced. There was only like a few slow parts. Kills were practical, not too much CGI. This film used CGI, but they used it sparingly, which I thought was cool. Like,
there was more practical.
Some of the blood splatter was like, I think that was but it wasn't too much.
It looked practical.
It was a very good practical effects, and it made up for all the not so practical effects.
Yeah.
So I thought the gore was good, the kills were good, the killer looked good, the story was decent. It's just a fun movie. Yeah. Go check it out.
We definitely recommend on Netflix.
I'm with you. I'll say 7.5.
So our score is 7.5.
I wrote down 7, but I'll bump it up.
Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Just to agree. I don't want to be a dick.
Okay. Make sure you guys are commenting down below. Let us know what your thoughts are on Fear Street Prom Queen. Did you like it? Did you not? Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And if you want more footage from us, make sure you join our members page, our Horror Couple Homies page.
Sign up, please.
We have exclusive videos on there that we do not share on our main page. So if you want more exclusive reviews,
it's
trailer
$2.99.
reactions, it's $2.99 a month. Check it out. We also have a spread shop store. So if you want to check out our hats, our mugs, our shirts, we have that too.
We got some cool gear.
We do. So make sure you're checking it out. Once again, I'm Kaylee.
I'm still Rob.
And we hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we will see you guys soon.
All right. Check out this film.
Horror Couple.